Yes, people, welcome to our exclusive review of the Dior x Nike Jordan collection. Today, I am joined by Mr. Premium himself, Primo D, Daniel Tukey. How you doing, mate?
I'm very good, mate. Lovely to be here. As I guess I'm Primo D, makes sense for me to be involved in an unboxing of a premium shoe.
So obviously, we're here to talk about the Jordan 1 by Dior. Arguably the most hyped sneaker this year, maybe of the last 10 years. What are you thinking about? Are you a fan? Do you think it's a bit overhyped?
It's a fantastic looking shoe. I like things to be clean and simple. I'm all about detail, premium materials, premium quality. This speaks to everything that I usually like when it comes to design. Obviously, the price point for me is mad. It's a real shame because what I usually like about when a more high-end brand does a collab with sportswear brand, it used to be back in the day that you would get, you know, the sportswear brand price point, but borrow elements from the higher brand, you know, like Stone Island, Nike stuff. A lot of the time it would be a Nike price point, but the shoe itself, excellent.
I think that's what you're paying for, though. You're paying for the Dior materials. Like, they're obviously using the stuff that they'll use on the saddlebags. They've got the B23 lace going across the tongue as well. I reckon the price point will be justified, but as you said, it is a bit ridiculous. We're talking £2,000 for the high.
Justified is an interesting word in this conversation, right? Because it's like, yeah, justified in comparison to other things in this space, but it's the same reason that I wouldn't go out and spend like $1,000 on a backpack, you know, or whatever. But because in terms of, you still get yourself a nice leather backpack for, you know, £200, but like £1,000 plus, like it depends on what end of the scale you live and how much, you know, those sort of goods are really worth to you, you know? How much, you know, being a part of that exclusive club is really worth to you, is it? Or do you have enough money that it just doesn't really matter? Either way, you know, I think we would all say that we'd love to get our hands on the pair, but would you pay for it and wear it?
So we're talking a very limited shoe right here, but as you said, the price point's a bit crazy. Do you have the price point to hand? I'm pretty sure it's ridiculous.
It's a bit speculative at the minute. Some people are saying £1,700, some people are saying £2,000. There's no one's too sure what the price difference is between the high and the low iteration as well, and whether that's going to be like a flat £2,000 for the high or the low. Because as far as I'm aware, there's less units of the low than there is the high, so therefore does that make them more rare? Are they worth more? But you're paying for less material, so you get less, you know, less of a shoe.
So units, we're talking 8,500 units for the high and 4,700 units for the low, which some people, obviously, as you said, the rarity of the lows will be a lot more, but the hype for a high is always ridiculous. Are you feeling the apparel? Because the apparel is incredible.
There's some great stuff, man. There's some really great stuff. The knitted jumper with the Jordan wings, you know, that's fantastic. Is there a proper name for that insignia?
No, yeah, the wings logo. I was right.
Yeah, just the wings, the wings logo. Yeah, yeah. That's really nice. I made a joke earlier in the chat that there's some images on the Dior website of a bloke just wearing a grey suit, and he's got obviously a tie which is branded, but I can't figure out, are they selling a full grey suit? Because there's a couple of suit images as well. If they're selling a suit, I'm not keen for the suit. The tie's pretty cool if you're like, you know, secret sneakerhead or secret hype beast, and you have to, you know, you work in insurance or you're an insurance underwriter, you're at work all day, you really want to stunt on people, but you can't.
I mean, the jumpers probably be a couple of £1,000 as well. So if you want to be head to toe Air Dior, best of luck. You're talking at least £10,000. Maybe a deposit for a house kind of money. Ridiculous.
And so from what I understand as well, the shoes themselves are only going to be available online, but the apparel is going to be available in certain stores.
Yeah, so when I actually went onto their website as well, Dior only seems to be listing 4 locations, 2 of which are in London. But when you actually watch the video, when you pan around the shoe, it actually has like stitching to the shoe where it was bought from. So it had like Miami. So I'm assuming American retailers are also getting it as well.
I was wondering whether that was, you know, some sort of reference to something in the Jordan story, you know.
Could well be. If you actually know what the Miami means, let us know in the comments below, because we're not too sure. But we have got some questions from you guys, from the community, as per usual. So Dan, hit us with the questions from our IG.
So this comes from a man like Joe Cloud 22, fantastic name. Is there any collab that quite compares to this one in the sneaker game?
Not really. Like, this is the first time, as we said earlier, that we've seen like a luxury fashion house and Nike come together. As you said, we have Prada, Adidas earlier in the year. That didn't quite hit, if we're being honest. I mean, nothing quite compares to it, in my opinion.
We've had, obviously, different levels of collaborations in the past between brands, but I don't feel like anything's ever felt on this scale. So yeah, it's definitely unique in that sense.
100%, man.
So the next question, we kind of covered this already from man like Cutty Sharp Barbers, how many units they're going to be. Let's have a little refresh on that because those numbers are quite astounding.
So 8,500 units of the high. Apparently, as we said, this is all speculation, but this is what we've heard. 8,500 of the high, 4,700 of the low. So a lot rarer shoe right there, a lot less units, but the height probably won't be the same as the high, so it makes sense.
And this ties in really well to the next question, which is from Ed Hewitson. Big up Ed Hewitson. And so, you know, with such a high price point, will there be much resale value? I mean, it's a silly question if I'm honest.
I know, he's a silly lad. He's a silly lad. What's the plan? Paul says it's going to be resale. Obviously. I mean, we was talking about it before this video. If you look at something like the Travis Scott high, that sold for now 10 times the amount that it was retailing. I don't know if this will go for 10 times the amount, but when you're seeing like the Paris Dunk loaf now for going for 30,000, like it's definitely got the scope to hit that kind of number. It will be a crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, 10 times you're looking at 20 grand, aren't you? And then even at 5 times value, 10 grand resale value straight away. So I mean, if you do have a plug, if you can get a link, if you can, you know, do something to get 2 grand together in order to buy a pair, you're probably gonna be in for some Reddys after that, aren't you?
Oh, 100%. And if you can nice me and Dan, that would be even better. My guy, I appreciate it.
100%, definitely. So, man like Josh Parkin comes in and he says, do you see these eventually eclipsing the mag as the most sought after crep of all time?
So the issue is with the mag is, like, the units were just ridiculous. Like, there was hardly any of them, like, especially the self-lacing ones that dropped a couple of years ago, hardly any units, and that's why so many people were going for them and they still command such a high resale value. But in terms of wearability and hype, this may well eclipse it eventually. I'm not saying straight away because the mag is many people's holy grail with a sneaker, but this could have the precedent to maybe get up there.
I think as well that it sort of exists within slightly different generations, you know, like the people that hold the mag in such high esteem are maybe people that grew up watching Back to the Future and then it comes out and it's definitely a collector's piece. Also, it's such a butter shoe that you can never wear it and therefore the resale value won't drop, right? But with this, it's such a wearable shoe and I do feel that, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to get them and obviously want to put them on foot straight away, flex on people, and then I get that, that's absolutely understandable. Then once again, that's going to reduce the amount of units, therefore this could become rarer than the mag because of the fact that it's a lot more wearable than the mag could be. If you sat on these for a while, kept them on ice, I imagine the resale value would be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And finally, last but not least, we've sort of touched on this, but this comes from Lenny1981. And he says, what luxury fashion house would you like to see Nike work with next?
That's a good question. I mean, obvious one would be like Gucci with like Alessandro and Michelle with a helm. He's made it absolutely crazy, like the hype for it now. But I'm not too sure, man. Who would you like to see work with them?
See, what I would like to happen is a bit of a cheat answer to the question because, I mean, in a similar sense of the hype that we have with this, you had with the Supreme Louis V, yeah? So what I'd like to see is a Supreme Louis V Nike, basically.
Wow. Let us know in the comments below who you'd like to see Nike work with next. And thank you for watching. He's been Primo D. Where can they find you, Daniel?
At Primo_D, I think.
Yeah, I think it's that. I can't remember mine either. Yeah. Chris Moore 1991. I don't use it very much. Thank you for watching, guys. And make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button and check out the soulsupply.co.uk. Sign up and turn on release reminders, and that way you will never miss a drop. See you later, Dan. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you very soon.
No worries.